Hello and welcome to today's episode of Random Reviews. I'm your host Daniel, and today I thought I would do something completely different. For a first time on this show, I'm going to review a video game, specifically The Fifth Element for the PlayStation 1. Yes, that Fifth Element, starring Gary Oldman, Milla Djokovic, and Bruce Willis. I will say, first up, that I have no idea how you guys actually stream anything via a television onto the computer. So I will do my best to describe from memory what I see on the screen. So just close your eyes and listen. Pretend you're listening to an audiobook. And if you like this first episode, please let me know down in the comment section whether you would like me to do an episode 2. Specifically, each episode is going to cover each level of this video game. Well, without further ado, let's begin. The Fifth Element, for those of you who don't know, spoilers ahead, is the video game is based on a French futuristic film in which the forces of evil plan to destroy the universe, and the only thing that can stop them is the Fifth Element, a supreme being of absolute power in the form of a woman named Lilu. In order for Lilu to be created, Corbin Dallas, a former military officer turned cab driver, must obtain the DNA key from the laboratory in order to assemble Lilu's DNA. For the purpose of this video game, I'll be going off the premise of the game, not the film itself. However, I will state at the end of each level the differences between the film and the game. For the most part, the game actually offers a very interesting story in comparison to the film, even though the film by itself is very good, and one of my favorite films growing up as a child, which I would continuously rewatch. The video game begins with a short cutscene from the film in which Vito Cornelius, a priest, is with the president, portrayed by Tony Lister. Yes, that Tony Lister, the bloke who played Zeus in the infamous wrestling crossover film No Holds Barred. And as so many other people better than myself have reviewed that movie, there is no point in me reviewing such a film, as it's already been done. Not that I've seen it, of course, but I've seen the review to know that it is no good. Or bad in the best way possible. Anyway, Cornelius tells the president that the Mondoshawan, a mysterious species designated with protecting the Fifth Element, are coming to Earth to ensure that evil does not rise again, as it has multiple times in the past, but constantly been stopped with the Fifth Element. He warns the president that if evil stands in a sacred place where the Fifth Element must stand, then light will turn to dark, life to death, forever. In the interim, the Mondoshawan on a spaceship are attacked by an alien species called Magolors, absolute evil allies, alien creatures, who somehow can speak English. I know, right? Crazy. The Mondoshawan ship blows up, killing the Mondoshawan leader, and with that victory, the Magolors speed away. A fragment of DNA is soon recovered and placed in a laboratory, with the doors opening from a first-person standpoint. Whereas in the movie, Corbin is actually not responsible for reconstructing Lilu. It is actually members of the military. From the video game standpoint, Corbin is the one who must reconstruct the DNA key. Reconstruct Lilu using the DNA key via the laboratory. The first level, which I think is titled DNA Key, I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, I will certainly update the description accordingly. The first level starts with Corbin arriving outside in his taxi in an outdoor area with stairs and grey walls. Lives are obtained that have 5 lines accordingly, the Fifth Element, that are bright orange. The player starts with 10 lives, however, obtaining the first life behind Corbin brings the total up to 11. Corbin is armed with a handgun, but no other weapons at this stage. Opponents of the game are white men who are very large and carry machine guns. Corbin can kill them by using approximately 10 shots straight away, or if he's quick enough, he can duck down and roll to avoid getting shot. Medical kits are available, usually in containers that must be destroyed first by blowing up. Shields are also available, however, they are either available via a secret area obtained early on in the game, or as you progress further along. Shields come in very handy as they protect the player's health while decreasing the shield when the player gets shot. Corbin, after obtaining his first life, Corbin must walk down some stairs to take out the first man, then run up 2 flights of stairs, jump up on a wall, turn right, and then jump across to a roof of a building where there is a container that explodes after being shot. He obtains a medical kit and then jumps up onto the same wall, then jumps down, as there is a man standing below the wall. After killing the second man, Corbin backtracks, obtains a second medical kit lying on a narrow wall, then runs across, jumps over a wall, shoots the other man guarding that particular area, and in the event Corbin does not die, in which case he will revert to the original checkpoint of the game, then you shoot another man. Then there is another man standing high above on a fence that must be reached by obtaining the next level. However, if Corbin jumps up, he can shoot the man no problem. Corbin then turn around and then be confronted by an electric door which cannot be opened, otherwise being shocked. However, there is a power box right next to the door, which after being shot unlocks the door, or a window to be more accurate. Entering this area, Corbin must walk along a narrow beam to reach the other side, where there are a set of barrels to proceed to the next level. However, if the player presses circle and walks carefully, the player will notice to the right a shimmering orb, which after turning to the right, you will notice white bubbles coming up from this pad. If the player is careful enough and jumps onto the pad acts as a transportation device which takes you to a secret area, in which you can obtain a medikit, a shield, and a life. There are no maps in this game, so there's no need to worry or agonize over directions. The player, after obtaining these items, will go and hit another transportation pad which transports them outside just before entering that door the player destroyed earlier. After crossing the beam this time and shooting and waiting for a ship to pass by to move out of the way, how convenient, and shooting the man standing there, assuming of course you didn't take care of him beforehand, then the camera angle will veer suddenly 90 degrees, in which the player has to traverse a series of steep drops and jumps. These jumps aren't particularly difficult. Once mastered, the player shoots out a glass panel, allowing Corbin to drop down. After killing 3 or 4 other men in this area and obtaining a medikit, the player jumps up a series of boxes onto a ledge, jumping across to another area where there is another box. After shooting that, a series of electrical wires, laser beams will be unlocked, or rather be deactivated to another transport hub, transporting the player to a brand new area. Therefore, you'll be confronted with a brand new adversary. Short military-like men whose only power, who are great melee fighters and who don't possess any firearms. However, they do possess deadly contact bombs that they will try and throw at you. So be sure to shoot them 10 times and kill them straight out, otherwise you'll be hit with the bombs. There are about 2 in this area, and you're in this kind of laboratory structure. Purple walls and electronic doors that are all sealed. After turning right and killing the other person who tries to do a sneak attack on you, so go slow, you will then enter a control room. After pressing the button to activate this robot arm that knocks down a steel door window, jump in said window, drop down, and then go to a transportation hub. The transportation hub will then, and there is also a shield there. Sorry, backtrack. I apologize. Yes, the transportation hub will transport you to another area within the same structure. Before jumping down, you have to shoot out another electrical pulse, which will unlock the doors. Go to the transportation area where you encountered the bad guy, then make your way across to the doors, shooting several men as you go. After one of the men dies, you will notice a green key. Obtain the key, as that is the DNA key needed to complete said level. After, in one of the doors, shooting out another electrical box, which will deactivate another set of laser panels, make your way across to where said laser panels were, and across another corridor at the far left to obtain another transportation hub section. After being transported, you'll be confronted with a red and green alien. I don't know what happens if you touch these aliens, as fortunately I was able to kill them before being attacked. These are rather creepy, as they make a horrible, unearthly noise that is quite chilling. You're confronted with about 3 of these, but don't worry, if you get attacked or shot in the previous section, there is a medical kit for you to obtain. Just for the fun of it, shoot out all the green containers of viscous liquid containing nothing at all. However, there is a big purple creature with glowing red eyes that you need to shoot and set free. Don't touch him, as you won't die, but you'll be knocked down. The creature will mindlessly glide forward, sacrificing himself in the set of electrical laser beams blocking the way. There are 2 options. You can either proceed straight forward and go towards another section via a transport hub, or go left, killing another alien in the process, and going to another secret observation hub. However, that is necessary to complete the game. I usually go left first, in which case you will end up in a sealed room where you destroy another electrical box containing a laser barrier. Be careful, as there is also a man there on the other side of the window that is blocked by wires needing to be taken care of. After killing him, use the transportation hub on the right to end up in the next section. You will encounter 3 bomb-wielding men. After killing them, you will make your way along to the laboratory area that is via a purple corridor. That is where the man you had just shot behind the window previously was. In the event you don't take the left-hand shortcut, which is needed anyway to complete the game, you would need to kill him here. The purple corridor leading into the golden room is exactly how it appears in the film. The doors to the laboratory will open, being confronted by one last bomb-wielding man. After shooting him, make your way around the DNA creation chamber to obtain one last life. It's okay if you die a couple of times in this level, as there are plenty of lives scattered throughout each level, so don't be concerned. I usually have the difficulty set on normal for a challenge. It is fun challenging, not challenge impossible, where you want to punch out the TV screen or throw your PlayStation out the window. And yes, I have a PlayStation 2, which I still use to play my PlayStation 1 games. I am old school, and no, I'm not ashamed to say that. After pressing the activate button on the DNA chamber, the level shall end, giving the option to either save or continue without saving. It will also indicate how many secrets you've encountered during this game. Don't worry, as there is nothing required of you to obtain all secrets. It's just something interesting. Well, that is the end of Level 1, DNA Laboratory. Please let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you like this video and would like to see more of them in the future, please hit that like button or leave a suggestion for a video game you may like me to review down in the future. As always, be cool, stay cool. I'm your host, Daniel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.